when you come across those kind of, when you can go into a detailing shop and they are able to simplify and make your life just straightforward, and you know what you're getting, and you know the time frame, and you know the budget, then you're coming away from it feeling better about your investment. And making an investment in your vehicle is an emotional decision as well. So you want to feel good about it. I mean, if you feel terrible about the investment that you just made in your vehicle, whether it was a small amount of money or a large amount of money, you're not likely to go back. So you want to have that confidence when you're talking to your detailer of what you're getting for it. Conversely, you can get a package that says includes everything. So we'll do the polishing, we'll do the correcting, we'll do the odor removal, we'll do the you name it, we're going to do it all. But maybe you don't have an odor problem, and maybe you don't need paint correction, maybe you don't, right? So you're going to be paying for that, for sure. And so it's best to find out, first of all, what do I really need? And then, if there's a package that is going to accommodate what you actually need and in conjunction with your desire, take that package, or build something that is going to fit what you are actually looking for. And when you're calling around for a detail, these are all factors that you need to be, that you should be asking your detailer about. Because anybody could say, yes, I detail a vehicle, and yes, I will do it for cheap. But what they may be giving to you may be something completely different than what you're wanting. So, yeah. And so far we've only talked about time, budget, desire, and need. I haven't addressed any of the actual components of what is going to be in that detail. So
there's a lot of things to go into a detail that you probably didn't know, but that's okay. If you call up God's Detail, Gary will be able to walk you through the process there and kind of explain it a little bit better for you. So next, something to consider, single service. What's included in a shampoo, a wipe down, a wash, and all these different components?
Sure. So when typically the people are looking for clean, right? So an interior detail, you have fabric, you have hard surfaces, you have glass, and you have door jambs. So a single service addresses one of those issues. So shampoo of carpets, that's one. Shampoo of seats is another. Wiping down and protecting the hard surfaces, vents, the display glass that is within your speedometer on your dash, the information console, all of those. These are all different areas. Headliners is another area. Leather is another one. And so a single service, you may have, as a call that I just had the other day, a mother was driving her child around, and the milk that was in the sippy cup decided to get onto the seat and the carpet in one area. So the whole vehicle doesn't need a shampoo, just that one area does. So we're going to clean that up, and if there's an odor afterwards, we will deal with that as well. So a single service is just simply dealing with that thing. So when you're looking at your own vehicle and you're calling up a detailer thinking, I want to get my vehicle detailed, consider these three things: the fabric, the hard surfaces, the door jambs, and the windows for the interior. For the exterior, which drives us into our next point. See that? I use the word drive, auto detail.
Wow.
Details that matter.
You're getting the hang of this. Getting the hang of this, old pro. Yeah, so let's talk about the exterior. Let's talk about the different components and what people might be requesting when they call in.
Right. So the exterior, you have your paint. That's number one. Number two, you have your wheels, which is the interior of the wheel. You've got the wheel barrel, you've got the spokes, whether it's a mag or a hubcap. The hubcap only would be cleaned. And then you have the tires. You have the wheel wells, which are frequently loaded up with dirt, especially through the winter months, which conglomerates within there and creates potential rust spots. Then you have the exterior glass, and finally you have the tips, the exhaust tips. You have the bumpers, the vinyl bumpers, the vinyl trim on the bumpers and along the side. And then you have the engine bay compartment. So for a basic exterior wash, the paint is going to be cleaned, the glass is going to be cleaned, the wheels and the tires are going to be cleaned, and the tips of the exhaust, if they're chrome, they're going to be cleaned as well. So when you call up and say, I would like my vehicle detailed and you're expecting the outside, that's what a clean is. If you're looking to get the exterior looking like a brand new Christmas gift, going pow, light shining on it, then you're looking at decontamination, which is usually around $100 or more. Then you're looking after the decontamination, potential paint correction, removing marks and visible defects that are on the paint. And then finally there's the polish, and then there's paint sealant, and then there's waxing, and then there's ceramic. So when you're talking about an exterior detail, the time and the cost between just a simple clean on the outside, which is going to be about 45 minutes to an hour, if you do it like I do, where I'm covering everything, all the way up to a few days.
Wow.
So, and again, the cost factor ranges anywhere from $50 or $10, $20, a small amount of money, all the way up to thousands of dollars. So again, you need to look at your vehicle and say, well, what do I want in the look of my wheels and my tires and my paint? What do I need in terms of all those? Because these are all going to determine how much time, what your budget can handle, and what your need actually is in the vehicle. So the exterior is quite an important one.
Right.
Experientially, I find most people want a vehicle that looks clean and well kept, and the bells and whistles is not the highest priority for most individuals that I've encountered.
All right, now let's talk about the interior. What are the different things to consider with the interior?
Okay, well, as I said before, you've got three basic areas: the hard surfaces, the cloths, the carpets, and the glass.
Right.
The door jambs are really important because when you open a vehicle, most people aren't too considerate of it, but when you see a clean door jamb versus a dirty door jamb, that door jamb really makes things feel and seem new, better. So that needs to be taken into account. Carpets, particularly the driver's carpet in Alberta, tends to be ground in with a great deal of sand and dirt.
Yeah.
And that sand and dirt does not come out easily. I've numerous vehicles I have vacuumed, and they look clean on the surface. They look amazing. But when I take an air gun and another vacuum to it after it looks clean, it's amazing how much I'm able to agitate from underneath that carpet and bring it up. So it takes a lot to get a carpet clean. Odor elimination is another factor. So if a person is a smoker and they want to remove the smoke odor, that's going to require cleaning of every single surface in the vehicle, because the odor of the smoke gets, it's air, and it's just circulating and generating, and it clings and attaches to it. And until you remove the actual source, it doesn't matter how much odor elimination products that you put in your vehicle. It doesn't matter if you're doing an ozone treatment. Those products that are creating the smell are still there. So you can cover them and mask them for a period of time, but it's coming back. Yep. So you have to remove it. So if you're looking at odor elimination, is going to take more time, which means your budget's going to need to be a little bit bigger, because it's going to require more time, more shop time, more labor. Another factor too that you should be looking at is it just the visible areas of my vehicle that I want cleaned, or do I want to get underneath in those invisible areas that have a lot of debris and garbage and dirt, that when I turn my heat on and the fans are blowing, is actually circulating and kicking that stuff up and causing my vehicle to become dirty all over again. Do I want to get deep into that? Right. Again, that takes more time, that takes more effort and labor, and you again desire, need, budget. Another aspect that you can be considering with it is, do I want leather clean only, or do I want leather treatment where I'm just really going over it and with a deep clean and then conditioning it afterwards? So I should clarify with leather, I can clean a leather seat just by wiping it, and I really don't get deep into it, but it's usable. A leather clean always requires a condition, because when you're deep cleaning leather, you're pulling out conditioning product out of that leather, and because it's not on the animal anymore, it will dry out and it'll crack and you'll start seeing lines in there. Not instantaneously, but it will happen. So if you put a good conditioner on it afterwards that brings it back to its natural matte color, matte finish, your leather is going to be softer, it's going to look nicer, it's just going to be a lot nicer. So the seats, the storage compartments, the hard surfaces, those are the main areas. And then something else that you can consider as well with glass is doing ceramic on it. Ceramic makes for a fantastic, user-friendly cleanability. So I personally have a dog. I've ceramic the inside of of my windows. Most people only do the outside, but I've done the inside. My dog gets his hair, he gets his nose, dogs make a mess. I'm able to take a cloth and just wipe it off.
Nice.
I can't do that without that ceramic because it takes a lot more work to clean a vehicle.
Yeah.
So again, time, budget, and desire versus need. These are aspects that you should be looking at with your thing. If you ask yourselves these questions before you call the detailer, you're going to know what you want to hear. You know, as soon as they start answering your call, you're going to know whether or not they're on page with you, and that's so important. If two people are in agreement, then you've got a great thing going on. But if the assumption is you're in agreement, and you're actually talking two different languages, oh boy, conflict.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact quote, but there's something to the effect of the most difficult part about communication is assuming that it's happened, right?
That's good.
So it's true, things get misconstrued between your communication and expectation. So give Gary a call. Let him know that you are interested in getting your vehicle cleaned, and he can walk you through all these steps and ask you the right questions so that you can get what you're looking for your particular needs. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Thank you.